Batman the Ride is a B&M inverted roller coaster located at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. However, there are many more Batman the Ride clones in the world. Today, I will be talking about why this coaster has moved up on my ranking from in my top 40 coasters to my top 25 coasters. Batman the Ride is a very fun inverted roller coaster. A long time ago, I thought this ride was rough, rattly, and jerky. However, this year, I've noticed this ride has been hauling and a lot smoother. It feels a lot more faster. The rows that I suggest you sit in is the front row and the back row. If you want a really whippy and intense experience, sit in the back row. If you want a fast experience, sit in the front row. Those two seats are the best seats on the entire ride. My favorite part is the first half, the vertical loops and the barrel roll. The corkscrews are pretty fun though too. This coaster, that's definitely a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. It's just a really fun inverted roller coaster. This is currently my third favorite B&M inverted roller coaster. Maybe it will move up to my second. This definitely won't beat out Alpengeist as my first favorite, though. I can already say that. But right now, this is in front of Great Bear Hershey Park and both sides of Dragon Challenge that were once at Universal Studios Orlando. This is just a really fun B&M inverted coaster. I just feel like this year it's been going a lot more smoother, a lot more faster, and it's just been such a fun coaster. It's just such a fun coaster. It might not be the most smoothest ride, but the intensity really does make up for it because it's just such an awesome coaster, and I really enjoyed this ride because it's just such a fun coaster. As I said, this coaster went up from a top 40 coaster for me to a top 25 coaster. Right now, it is ranked 22 on my rankings. It used to be ranked 34 on my rankings, but it moved up after this year. And this is just an absolutely awesome coaster. So yeah. Now, let's take a ride on Batman the Ride. So first you climb up to the top of the lift hill. Then you get whipped down the drop. If you're in the front row, you definitely feel that speed. If you're in the back row, you just get whipped down the drop. You go down the drop and then get sent through this awesome vertical loop, which is pretty forceful. Then you go through probably my favorite part of the ride, the zero-G wall. You just get whipped through this thing, and it's very intense. You then get whipped over into another vertical loop, and then you go right into this sharp turn. You then make a turnaround, and then you go right back down, get whipped through this corkscrew. If you're in the back row, you just get whipped through it, make this sharp turn, and then another corkscrew on the corkscrew. The last time I did ride Batman the Ride, I did gray out because it was pretty forceful. Then you make a turn and go back into the station. As you can see, Batman the Ride is a pretty awesome coaster. And that is why I'm giving Batman the Ride a 9 out of 5. Now, as you know, last year it ranked 35, as I said. Or 34, I don't even remember. But yeah, it definitely moved up in my rankings this year because it got a lot better. If it was still at 34, it probably would have got an 8. But since it moved up and got a lot smoother and a lot faster, that is why I'm giving it a 9 out of 5. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because I do think they could improve on a couple things. Like, there's a couple elements that do have a rattle, and there is some headbangings at some parts if you're in like a different row. But even though that, Batman is an extremely intense B&M invert, and currently is my third favorite B&M invert I've ridden, and maybe after this year will become my second favorite invert. This is definitely not going to beat out Alpengeist as my number 1, but there's a chance it will beat out Talon as my number 2. Batman the Ride is a super fun B&M invert, very intense, and as you know, I love intense rides. And yeah, that's why Batman the Ride is getting a 9 out of 10. So yeah, keep coasting on my coaster demons. Peace out.